Guten Tag. Welcome back to the B-Movie Bunker. Today we are looking at Iron Sky. Iron Sky is brought to us by Finnish director Timo, I'm going to butcher this, Virinsola. It is the story of 2018. There's actually been Germans hiding out on the dark side of the moon since 1945, and they are getting ready to make a play for power coming back to Earth. This movie, it was a lot of fun. It was actually better than I was expecting it to be. It does this great job of balancing between this kind of like witty satire and at times being completely goofy and kind of off the wall. One of the tremendous things about it is the score. The score is absolutely perfect and brilliant. It works really well with the film. I like a lot of the things in the movie. The Nazis themselves, it's very diesel punk. If you're not familiar with that, it's kind of hard to say. If you know what steampunk is, that kind of, Victorian era, high science, like you'd see like in a Jules Verne novel, but more along the lines of, this is like heavy machinery, like, like you'd see like the 1940s, like the big clanking iron tanks, that type of stuff. And I love the whole setup of the German base and the way that their uniforms and their equipment and everything shows how they basically evolved on the moon. I also like the fact that this doesn't take typical, simple Nazis bad, Americans good. It's more of a, well, I mean, yeah, obviously the Nazis are the bad guys, but it's not just a simple thing of they're just the pure incarnation of evil. These, a lot of the people who are up on the moon, they've been living outside of the whole spectrum of the normal world for a very long time. And you have some people who may even, once they come to realize that the world has changed, they might grow to change as well. I love some of the characters in it. You have, and I'm forgetting the actor's name now, but he plays this astronaut, a black astronaut by the name of Washington, who really in a lot of ways, as you watch the character, he is in no way really qualified to be an astronaut. There's nothing that qualifies him at all. And the only reason he was even on the moon is because it's typical American pride of the, well, we haven't been there, we have to go back before someone else goes there, because it's what Americans do. We do things the best, and we do it first, and we do it better than everyone else, and we do it before everyone else, and we're just better, better, better. And even though it's a bit dated, I like the whole role of the president, kind of the Sarah Palin-esque type president for the Americans, and I think it all works really well together. It's a good, funny movie. It's well acted, and it actually had a pretty decent story, and you get a little bit of action in there as well. I also like the fact that you have actors who, while not necessarily all German, they can speak German quite fluently, and they go between German and English, and they speak a lot of German. Now there are some scenes that some people might be a little more uncomfortable with. The whole kind of, I don't want to ruin it. I'm not going to ruin it. I think you should just check this one out. Scale of 1 to 10, this is kind of, in some ways, it reminded me of the video game Castle Wolfenstein, or I should say, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, in the whole kind of, using this, bygone era of technology, but bringing it forward a bit. It's taking old tech, but making it do things that obviously are more associated with the future, like flying through space and living on the moon. But there's also this kind of mix of like a Mad Max, where you've got, a bit of the wildness to it, but it is political satire. There is satire going on of the whole, American version, and some people may even find this movie to be anti-American. I didn't. I mean, there is some of that there, but it's more in the whole uber patriotism of America, where it's to the point where we are patriotic to the level that no one else on the planet matters. It is America first, and then other people can scoop up our shit. I like this one. I would say check it out. It's a lot of fun, and you get Udo Kier in it. What's not to love about him? He's actually done a lot of terrible movies, but he's also done some good movies. So he's a good actor. You get some good acting in this. You get a good story. You get a fun story. Check this one out. Definitely worth it. Until next time, stay safe in the wasteland. I'm thinking of saying Auf Wiedersehen. I'm jumping ahead and saying stay safe in the Wiederland. I don't know what that would even be. What is a Wiederland? Is it a... I'm not going to go into it. I'm going to leave that just hanging there. Till next time. Guten Tag.